got ripped off. I should have never spent that much money on no cowboy boots. I should have never bought them Wrangler jeans, got my thighs bleeding for Beyonce's concert. And her and Jay-Z got the nerve to flee the country when things get rough. They want to protect their money and protect their assets and protect their asses. What we gonna do? The government shutting down tonight. People ain't got enough money for good toilet paper, wiping their ass with that cheap toilet paper, got their butts cracked bleeding. I'm sad, man. These celebrities ain't never did right by us. I thought they would at least stick around so we could see the sad look on their faces, but no. Jay-Z and Beyonce done hopped on the plane, leaving the country cause America ain't got no money. When they got all the money. If they give some of that money back to the black community, to the BLMs and the LBGTQs, the government wouldn't be shut down right now. What we gonna do, man? Y'all don't know how serious this is, but y'all about to find out.
The entire country is waking up to uncertainty this morning as the government shut down for the first time since 2018.
So Congress failed to reach a deal, meaning many federal agencies will be closed and federal employees will go without pay. The Congressional Budget Office says about 750,000 workers will be furloughed each day. Essential workers like TSA agents, air traffic controllers, and military members will be forced to work without pay.
Now to a look at what is not impacted: VA benefits, Medicare.
Wait a minute, that's some pimp shit right there, y'all. Forcing you to work without pay. What type of bullying? They getting bullied, man. You ain't got no gas to get to work. You still gotta get to work, and they ain't sending no shuttle. People can't even afford to work. They ain't giving no free lunches. You just gonna have to starve on your lunch break. If you ain't got no cigarettes, you better dig some cigarette butts out of the trash can and make a cigarette for your 15-minute lunch break while Jay-Z and Beyonce don't flee the country. Oh my God.
Social Security benefits and student loans.
Members will be agents. Air traffic, 50,000 workers will be furloughed each day. Essential workers like TSA agents, air traffic controllers, and military members will be forced to work without pay.
Oh, them planes coming down, man. You ain't gonna pay the air traffic controller. They gonna bring an Xbox controller to work to do their job. They gonna be flying a simulator on their phone while them planes crashing in the air. Somebody gotta pay these people, man.
To look at what is not impacted: VA benefits, Medicare, Social Security benefits, and student loans won't be impacted. Another thing that isn't.
Oh, they want you to pay them motherfucking student loans, though. Ain't that about a... You still gotta pay that Medicare and that Social Security and everything. So even though you ain't getting a check, they still taking that out your check. So when you do get your check, they gonna be done took that shit out 3-4 times. Oh, that's cold-blooded.
Isn't expected to be impacted by the shutdown is the post office, and that's where we find David Greenberg this morning with a look at what happens next. David, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Here at the post office, it's expected to be business as usual in Washington. Congress, they'll be getting back to business.
The 60-vote threshold having not been received.
The shutdown started at midnight, just hours after two last-ditch Senate votes to keep the government open failed on Tuesday night. Neither bill getting the necessary 60 votes needed to pass in the Republican-controlled chamber. Federal employees were told to expect an orderly shutdown. On Capitol Hill, the finger-pointing started before the voting did.
Senate Democrats have sacrificed the American people to Democrats' partisan interests.
So we see now Republicans are plunging America into a shutdown, rejecting bipartisan talks, pushing a partisan bill, and risking America's health care, worst of all.
Democrats hoping to secure more money for Affordable Care Act subsidies.
Yo, people be sick going to the damn... Or when they at the hospital, man, people sitting in the hospital with the masks on, trying not to get sick at the hospital. Motherfuckers pull out their damn scrubs. Motherfuckers show up to the hospital with a hazmat suit on just to check on their family members. The healthcare ain't even healthcare. When they gonna clean this shit up? And when they gonna get rid of them old ass buildings in DC? Dubai stunting on America right now. You got third world countries, Akon City stunting on America right now. While Jay-Z and Beyonce don't left the country. Well, what y'all gonna do about it? I heard that if you ain't got about 3 months rent stacked up, you gonna be doing bad. People ain't have the rent for this month and the government about to be shutting down. So it's gonna be a lot of squatting, a lot of boosting. It's gonna be a lot of people out there doing stuff that they probably normally wouldn't do. It's gonna be a lot of big chicks on that stripping pole, way past their prime. They gonna be up there with a bonnet on, twerking. My boy called me last night, said his girlfriend bent over in front of him, stank, and he got mad and left the house. And that's on top of the government getting shut down. So how people gonna survive this when people ain't got no money to begin with?
Before costs for consumers skyrocket. Republicans say there is time to negotiate that later. President Trump staying positive.
Hold on, run that back. Whoa.
Money for a
bill and risking America's health care, worst of all.
Democrats hoping to secure more money for Affordable Care Act subsidies before costs for consumers skyrocket. Republicans say there is time to negotiate that later. President Trump staying positive.
So the last thing we want to do
Hold on, whoa. What they talking about? Prices for consumers to skyrocket? I'm going shopping today. I'm going to get all the oodles and noodles while they cheap. And I suggest y'all do the same thing, man. I ain't paying $10 for a case of water and you can smell the chemicals as soon as you take the cap off. I had to boil some tap water. I'm going today. All them packages of Kool-Aid been sitting there since 1995. They about to get bought up today. The price of consider no fruits, no veggies, noodles and bread until they figure this out. I've been thinking about a can of Spam for the past 2 weeks. I'm about to make that change. The price shit already high. They make it seem like it's cheap and it's gonna get expensive. Things about to get more expensive. I'm about to buy some oil for the chain on my bike. They can't be serious with this. You got celebrities leaving the country, going in their houses on the islands. Some of them still live on Epstein Island. What these kids gonna do when the school can't afford to get them to school lunches? And they gonna be asking the parents to send their kids to school with lunch, but they ain't got no money for the peanut butter and jam. People still gonna be smoking dope. Them fiends still gonna have something to put in their pipe. These hoes still got a nigga that's willing. It's a sad day to be a trick. A lot of niggas gonna snap out of it. Like, wait a minute, your coochie ain't even good. You look good, but your coochie ain't no good. There's men out there, they gonna test their noses for the first time with these chicks they be spending money on. You gonna come to the door for your sugar daddy, he gonna throw a bucket of water in your face just to see what you really look like underneath all that makeup. It's gonna be a lot of niggas snatching weaves out of heads to see what's going on under that damn wig. And when they finally see who they been spending all that money on, they might beat the bitch into a coma. It's a sad day to be a trick. And an American for that matter. They taking out politicians. There's people out here shooting. Homie took the pickup truck, turned on some heavy death metal music, ran that bitch through a church. And while the people was running and screaming, he took out a gun, started shooting the people. And you figure the song was over. The death metal track done moved on to a Christian track. That must have been a 12-minute death metal song he was listening to that gave him the adrenaline to do all that shit. After he shot the people, he set the church on fire and was still rocking out. They said he pulled out a 6-pack of beer while the heavy metal shit was still going on, man. That's how broke people is out here. You don't know what somebody gonna do. Them people that be hanging out in the parking lots, just sitting in the car, call the police on their ass, man. I don't give a fuck if they is eating a Whopper. And Jay-Z and Beyonce got the nerve to lead the country. Man, fuck them. Her big booty, her big breasts bouncing all over the Cayman Islands right now. People in America don't know what they gonna do. I'm tired of it, man. They ought to make celebrities stay. If you make your money in America, you need to stay in America during the good times and the hard times. And if you leave, don't come back. They need to treat America like how your grandmother treated her screen door. Either you're in or you're out, and stop letting all them flies up in here. You just can't come and go whenever you want to go. People trying to leave now because they know that the prices of flights and everything, the people ain't going to be controlling the planes because they ain't getting paid. The flight attendants going to be standing there, hard, wedgy, with an attitude. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Security going to let you bring pounds and pounds and pounds of whatever you want on the plane. Them duffel bag boys gonna have about 18 duffel bags apiece on the bottom of the plane, and ain't nobody gonna check them. Security dogs ain't getting fed. They senses ain't working. They ain't able to smell shit. What's going on in this country, man? If they stop selling all them damn pickup trucks, then maybe people will have some money in their pocket. It'd be a ran down trailer home with 2026 pickup trucks lined up around it. What's going on in this country, man? I don't know how many times I went to the projects to see a thought, and they had BMWs and Benzes laid up in the parking lot in the projects. It'd be a nigga fresh to death coming out the projects, chain swinging, hopping in the Benz and ain't even got no food in the refrigerator, and his second baby mama pregnant with his third baby. What's going on? I even seen Asian people struggling, eating their own food out their restaurants. Can't find no duck sauce, no soy sauce, because they done ate it all. You got niggas washing their ass in their food trucks. Then got the nerve to make you a chopped cheese. What is this country coming to, man? Now they about to be shutting down the government. Well, keep it closed then, man. They shutting down the government like that's hurting something. Man, that ain't doing nothing but hurting the American people. China laughing. I don't recall China ever shutting down their government. They got a government on top of a government on top of a government. And when you think they ran out of governments, they got another government. They got a government within their government. They got a plan B, a plan A, a plan. They got all that shit, man. The people in the rice field got their own damn government. What's going on in this country? I pray for America. God bless America and no other country. Especially when them diapers costing about $50 a pack and all they use them for is shit. What part of the game is that? I know a chick that used to make her own toilet paper. You gotta do what you gotta do. People gonna get real creative with these trash bags. You never know. Niggas might start popping popcorn in them trash bags. Them grocery bags, niggas might start rolling their blunts in the paper bags. It's gonna be some hard times. And if you ain't ready, think about all that you've been ordering on Amazon. Think about them shoes that you bought that you ain't gonna eat. People want designer, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton. People want to have design, have a couple of Gucci bags or some shit like that. And it only took $2 for them to make that in China, and they sold it to you for $25,000. Think about them Gucci bags when times get rough. Think about that car. You had a good car. Your car was decent. Your car got you from A to B. You want to go out there and get that 2026 Ferrari on credit. Now you ain't got no money to feed your damn kids. You done broke up with your man. He soft, he weak. A dude with a good ass job, making good ass money. Bifocal glasses, 5'2". Short, stout, fat, chubby. Good ass man. Crying every time he kiss your hand. You want to break up with him for some rip nigga that just got out of jail. Now he done moved on with a white girl, and you stuck with this gangbanger, and you don't know how you gonna pay your damn bills. A lot of women leaving men for women, only to find out them women got tons of women, cause she know how to make it sound like she got bass in her voice. Y'all gonna have to figure it out, man. Cause Jay-Z and Beyonce gone. And on top of all of that, the government shutting down tonight. Oh my God. Yo, Reggie, play the damn clip.
Republicans say there is time to negotiate that later. President Trump staying positive.
So the last thing we want to do is shut it down, but a lot of good can come down from shutdowns.
The president warning some of the government employees furloughed during the shutdown might not come back when it's over.
What the fuck they bought the kids up in there? Wait a minute. Was them Cardi B kids? Something not right about this picture. And why they so far away from them kids? They ain't even integrate with the motherfucker. Like, you might as well hear this news too. This is gonna impact you guys as well. You may not have jobs and we're taking care of you, but one day you may not have any money. So this impacts you too. I know you're used to free lunch and people massaging your feet, but that's all gonna come to a close. This is for older people, younger people, healthy people. All of the American people. Bring those kids in here. It's best they learn now. Your future is not stable. It's just not. I'm 82 years old. I'm a billionaire. I'm the president of the United States of America. I can care less. I held it down during my lifetime. Everyone knows Trump. No one knows who you are. Bring those kids in here. They may need to hear this. Why the fuck they got them kids in there, man? Got them leaned off to the side. If them kids get too close, the National Guard might tackle their ass. Get the bandits, get the bandits. They go from kids to being bandits as soon as they get too close. Hold on, wait a minute, listen.
A lot of good can come down from shutdowns.
The president warning some of the government employees furloughed during the shutdown might not come back when it's over.
When you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected.
Senate leadership says that chamber will be in session over the weekend, but right now the House is not slated to be back until October 7th, meaning a shutdown could last at least a week if the House isn't called back sooner.
Now, the Senate will be back in session later today with a couple of more votes on efforts to try and end that shutdown.
Hey, David, we broke down a lot of the agencies impacted, but what about national parks?
Yeah, national parks like the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, they'll be partially open. Now, the national parks, they don't always close down when the government shuts down.
Ooh, they gonna barbecue all them deers at that damn park. It's gonna be people setting up their tents that's where the party gonna be at. Ain't nobody at it, they gonna be doing it in the park after dark. It's gonna be a whole new colony come out that bitch by the time the government open back up. They better keep a drone or some shit around them national parks, cause they about to get it popping in them parks. All that deer meat, fucking bear gonna get slayed. Don't let no pigs start running around that bitch. Them bums gonna be out there. Them bums gonna be out there butt ass naked, y'all. If it's a zombie outbreak, it's gonna come from one of them national parks, eating that bat meat. And Jay-Z and Beyonce done fled I can't believe them assholes, man. Shout out to J and B. They ain't got money like how people thought they had money. She working for Wranglers. This nigga can't get a loan. What's really going on? It's so much news in the world today, and I don't think people ready for what's about to be happening. Hold on, listen to this.
But with a lack of federal employees, safety and maintenance at the parks, they could be impacted. The current contingency plan has roughly 64% of National Park Service workforce set to be furloughed. 40 former park superintendents wrote and signed a letter to Secretary of Interior Doug Burgum suggesting that the parks be shut down indefinitely until this shutdown comes to an end, saying the last time there was a government shutdown, it had a detrimental impact on the parks that caused harm to them, saying that visitor safety was also impacted. Dave?
All right, David Greenberg breaking it down.
Oh, man. Well, what did we do wrong as the American people that led up to the shutdown? Was it something that we did? I really don't know. It's a possibility that the people out there, the American people, ain't been acting right, ain't been living right, and they just don't want to tell us. Because I don't want to blame the government if it ain't the government's fault. Sometimes the people be misbehaving. And that very well could be the case. A lot of y'all ain't living right and you know it. The STD rate is through the roof. People ain't washing their ass. They ain't strapping up. People laying down having babies with strangers. That goes to show how much they care about their lives. Have a baby with a stranger because he cute. Put a baby in a chick because she got a fat stinking ass. What type of animalistic root chakra shit is this going on in America? It's disgusting. People out here smell like sewage and got the nerve to have on some red bottoms with it. Whores still exist, male and female. And men are bigger whores than women. They'll sleep with each other for a check. I synced it. You think they boys and they really be boys. That been going on since Tupac Shakur and the 2 Live Crew, man. The Humpty Hump, they humping on stage and backstage. Jay-Z was at them Big Daddy Kane concerts and they all wanted to know why they call him Big Daddy Kane. And he wasn't shy about letting them know why they call him Big Daddy Kane. I would never call a man Big Daddy. And after Big Daddy came a nigga named Puff Daddy. And y'all already know how he get down. That's what's wrong with America today. We gonna have to figure it out, because I hate to see people suffering. That's why y'all might as well hit that Cash App, because I'm gonna do right by the money. I'm not the type of dude to take the donations and go out there and buy sneakers. I'm not that type of guy. There will be bologna and there will be cheese. There will be mayonnaise, bread, and mustard for a rainy day. I'm not gonna take your money and go out there and buy no sneakers. They about to be shutting the government down. We all need to be frugal and consider the farmer's market before you go to the expensive grocery stores. Get some of that meat from the Food Depot for once and quit being bougie. That red meat. Meat so damn red, it look like a movie propped. They put that movie blood in that meat to keep it real red. But that's Negro here, no there. We got news to get into, y'all.
Now at Capitol Hill, where the government has shut down for the first time in nearly 7 years. At midnight, the government ran out of money. Both sides are blaming the other, while millions of federal workers brace for what is a very uncertain future. What was the final chance to keep the government open failed tonight in the Senate. Majority Leader Thune and Minority Leader Schumer had this to say.
Well, I know why we're doing this, Mr. President. The Democrats' far left base said jump, and Democrat leaders said how high. But the far left's determination to oppose anything
that ain't what happened. They trying to figure out how they ain't gotta pay nobody so they can keep the money in their damn pocket. They tired of paying people. They like, fuck them, we ain't gotta pay them. Let's not pay them niggas for a week because the holidays coming up. They got big plans for Christmas and New Year's Eve. But they ain't trying to spend their money. They trying to spend your money. They bad. That's what you call bad and bougie. Like, it wouldn't hurt for a week. We can just keep the money. You don't have to, keep the money. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't see no real reason for this to be happening. Besides, they got some citizens to punk. That's how I feel about it, man. People working for free. Still got to show up to work with no pay. That's a pimp move. Print some damn money. And put some IOUs in the reserve. All that gold they mining. What type of currency is we talking about here? Print some damn money. Ask Jay-Z and Beyonce for some of that damn money. Again, it's a lot of celebrities out there that got too much money. Do a billionaire shakedown. All them billionaires sitting on that money, just hoarding the money. Ain't trying to share it, ain't trying to spread the wealth. This shouldn't even be affecting regular citizens. Where them billionaires, people own sugar ass money? Who the nigga that owns salt? He the one with all the damn money. We ain't got no damn money for the shut. Y'all the ones with the damn money. They want to pocket check a service worker. Security guards out there don't know. A security guard with no security. What type of shit is that? They need to tap some of these millionaires' pockets. Whatever they do, just leave Google alone. I'm so hurt about this, man. Because I know it's somebody out there already in the struggle with that little baby playing loud in the background, man. They in the struggle can't think because Gunna too busy rapping in the background. Niggas fresh home from jail looking left and right. Think about going back to jail, gotta go to their mama house. Mama acting all friendly, smelling like that baby powder. Put balloons and shit all over the house, put a party hat on the nigga head cause he came home from jail. Got that nigga a cake, he stick his whole face in the cake like on Jason, like on Jason's lyrics. There's people out here doing bad, man. And they about to shut the government down. Y'all need to hear this.
Trump has ever said or done.
Hold on.
Is not a good.
Was the final. Let's take a look now at Capitol Hill, where the government has shut down for the first time in nearly 7 years. At midnight, the government ran out of money. Both sides are blaming the other, while millions of federal workers brace for what is a very uncertain future. What was the final chance to keep the government open failed tonight in the Senate. Majority Leader Thune and Minority Leader Schumer had this to say.
Well, I know why we're doing this, Mr. President. The Democrats' far left base said jump. The Democrat leader said...
He talking like he talking about baseball or some shit. What is he talking about?
I know why we're doing this, Mr. President. You didn't make it to third base. The far left has the ball. You can't move. You can't go past. It's not a home run, Mr. President. It's our game. Game on. You've been a bad, bad man. Motherfucker, where my money at? That's what I want to know. They playing silly ass games, and I don't like it. And I know this ain't about me. This about everybody. I'm not trying to be selfish with the news. But one thing for sure, especially these black celebrities got a whole lot of nerve leaving the country when they know they will not give us free. This is sickening. We prop these people up, support these people, and when the government shut down, they ain't nowhere to be around. If it was something I could do personally, I would do it, but it really ain't nothing I could do. I feel like a father that really don't want to see his kids. It just ain't nothing that I can do. All we can do is pray, man. I'm asking everybody in the chat, put them prayer emojis up for your boy, man, because if they shutting down the government tonight, Chicago gonna go ape shit. Who gonna pay the National Guard? Do that mean the ICE agents still get paid? I got a whole lot of questions and don't got a whole lot of answers. Oh, let me see what they talking about. Hold on.
How high? But the far left's determination to oppose anything President Trump has ever said or done is not a good reason for subjecting the American people to the pain of a government shutdown.
It's natural that people understand that Donald Trump and the Republicans want to shut down and Democrats do not. We need to deal with this health care crisis now, not later. But the Republican bill fails to do that. I urge my Republican colleagues instead to join with us, work in good faith to keep the government open, keep costs down.
President Trump is threatening to fire federal workers and cut programs and benefits. He also said he can do things that are irreversible. Democrats rallied on Capitol Hill earlier today in a show of unity and demanded that Medicaid cuts be restored, saying Republicans would rather shut down the government than protect the health care of the American people. And with the government shutdown now in effect, Jay O'Brien joins us from Capitol Hill. Jay, what happens now?
Lindsay, it means the apparatus of the federal government slowly grinds to a halt. The longer a shutdown goes, the worse the effects become because money begins to dry up. For the nearly 4 million federal employees, it means that if the government shutdown continues to roll into the month of October, they will start missing paychecks. The first federal paycheck of October is already going to be processed because it's money that was already set to go out this week. But then there's another paycheck that comes up for federal employees. We're talking about troops, their families, other federal employees in the middle of the month. And if the shutdown lasts until then, they will miss that crucial paycheck. There will be some employees.
Hold on, did he say troops?
Yo, no, that ain't right, man. People risk their lives and put their lives on the line for America. That's fucked up, yo. I ain't understand the extent of this, and the more I do this video, the more I realize how jacked up this is. Millions of federal workers go without pay. Them the people that keep the country afloat, that keep the system rolling. How you not gonna pay them? If anybody should not get paid, it shouldn't be them. Essential employees are still required to work. What that mean to be an essential employee? Let me look this up real quick. I do apologize, but education is fundamental. Look, hold on, I need to see this for myself. Essential. I remember essential essence and colognes and shit, but what do it mean by itself? What make them essential workers? Absolutely necessary, extremely important. Well, they need to get paid if they that damn important. Essential workers working without extremely important people not getting paid. And they so the unnecessary motherfucker, man, just leave Google out of this, man. That's all I got to say about it. And don't bring y'all ass to YouTube. Don't pick up a mic. Don't try to be a singer. Stay your ass off TikTok. Keep a regular job. Instagram is not a career. Not no more. Back when I started, way back in the day before everybody tried to do it, being a YouTuber is like being a barber or a truck driver or something. Something gotta give. I'm trying to figure out a way that people can have financial security without being pawns in a grander scheme of things. You know, I think it all starts with personal happiness. Because if your personal happiness is really important, that means that family and community is important as well. Because we are all one. And without unity, we'll never be able to face that fact. So it needs to be meta world peace in the world today. That's the only way people actually gonna have some stability. I'm serious, y'all. The only way we gonna be able to be secured is if we figure out a way to have a mutual love and respect for one another out here, man. That would decrease mental health and a whole bunch of problems plaguing America. It's too much hate out here, man. Everybody looking over their shoulder. Everybody uncomfortable. Everybody skeptical about the next person. And that's what causes hate, and that's what causes defeat. And that's the reason why people out here struggling for real. You don't want to go to certain places because certain people may be there. You don't want to live in certain neighborhoods, so you paying all this extra shit, not realizing where you at is just an upscale ghetto. Ask them people in Buckhead in Atlanta. Paying all that money and got Tyrese dogs running around terrorizing the neighborhood. Not even knowing they live next door to a nigga. It's cold-blooded out here. People ain't never gonna have the financial security and stability unless everybody get on the same page and act right. And that's what the AI gonna do. They gonna replace your ass with that AI so fast because they gonna program that motherfucker to act right. That's the only way it's gonna be world unity is when the AI take over. Because humans ain't gonna be able to do it. And that's the scariest part about all of this shit. AI could get with the damn program. Humans just ain't gonna be able to do it. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about this, because they about to be shutting down the government, and we don't know how long this gonna last. I want to hear what this man got to say about it. Listen to this.
My friends, this is not a normal government shutdown. Let me explain the stakes and how we got here. The Trump regime, along with Republicans, wanted to fund the government with a continuing resolution that would have kept existing funding levels the same. But if Democrats had accepted that deal, they would have effectively given approval to all of the terrible and wildly unpopular policies that Trump has pushed through since retaking office. That includes his funding cuts to public broadcasting and foreign aid programs. It also includes Trump's signature piece of legislation, the Big Ugly Bill, that gives the richest Americans a giant tax cut, financed largely by cuts in Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, and clean energy programs. That Big Ugly Bill passed the Senate last July because it required only 51 Republican votes in a special rule called reconciliation. This time, Republicans needed Democratic votes to avoid a shutdown and to continue those big, ugly policies. They couldn't do it with just 51 votes. They needed more votes than that. Democrats, therefore, became suddenly important to them. Why the hell would any Democrat go along with that? I've lived through government shutdowns. Under normal circumstances, I understand why compromises are made to keep the government running. I have been in favor of keeping the government running. But
Wait. Y'all know how we got here, right? Y'all know how we ended up in this situation. Don't act like y'all don't know. I'm gonna show y'all exactly why. I'll show y'all exactly how we got here, man. Hold on, where that shit at? Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna do it like this. Hold on. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna show y'all exactly how America ended up in this situation. Pay close attention, because I'm only gonna do this one time. Nigga said, if I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. I'm counting all day like a clock on the wall. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. I said, go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Get money. I ain't never ran from a nigga, and I damn sure ain't about to pick a day to start running. Look, honey, I ain't never ran from a nigga. Nigga run from the police, run from the National Guard, run from the government, but he ain't running from no nigga. I beat the beat so hot, the flow is so ice cold. Walk into the Gucci store, honey, I'm home. I am on my shit. I need a pamper on. Toilet paper on the side, for example, homie. I get money. I know you niggas ain't heard no shit like this. And while you wishing on that falling star, I'm in a foreign car, smoking out with the doors ajar. Suede roof hanging out, the big top. We leave the dealership, head to the rim shop. You niggas barely dressing. I got thousands piling. That's that salad dressing. No, he ain't just say that bullshit. He said, I'm on my 1,000 island, wildin', styling. I get so much money, it's my ID. Don't try me. And if I don't do nothing, I'm a fucking ball. And I ain't about to start running, no, nigga, no. He said, ain't nothing to a boss, we ballin'. When you see us, we hear them haters calling. They too far off to see us, unless they got their glasses on. Get your bifocal game, classes now. In session, now try to stay focused. Man, your boy ain't good enough, style ain't hood enough. Would've, could've, should've, won't do with us. True enough, meet a hoe, break a hole, never nothing new to us. Turning hoes to housewives, never been cool with us. Soon enough, all these dealers gonna catch up. Till then, F it, I'm winning, so I'ma stack up. Flows like the river, the current is so rapid. Hit with the ratchet. That's how shit happens. Next time you're yapping, make sure it be about big money talk. Let that little money walk. Call me what you want, but don't call me for fronts. Southside, I got what you want. Come holler at me. This shit been going on for the past 50 years in the black community, man. That's how we ended up with Trump. This song is Trump administration in a nutshell. If they don't do nothing, they gonna ball. Or they gonna make sure all they homies winning. Trump ain't nothing but a rap song. And y'all been supporting this shit for the past 50 years and y'all act like y'all got a problem with Trump. I'm over it. Trump is hip hop culture. Now people mad that he counting all day like a clock on the wall. I'm over it, man. That's how we ended up with this bullshit. Hold on, run that back a little bit.
Americans a giant tax cut, financed largely by cuts in Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, and clean energy programs. That big, ugly bill passed the Senate last July because it required only 51 Republican votes in a special rule called reconciliation. This time, Republicans needed Democratic votes to avoid a shutdown and to continue those big, ugly policies. They couldn't do it with just 51 votes. They needed more votes than that. Democrats, therefore, became suddenly important to them. Why the hell would any Democrat go along with that? I've lived through government shutdowns. Under normal circumstances, I understand why compromises are made to keep the government running. I have been in favor of keeping the government running, but our government is not running right now. It's effectively been shut down for months as Trump has destroyed checks and balances, usurped the power of the purse from Congress, and unleashed an authoritarian nightmare throughout the country. Democrats cannot cave into this shutdown. They must not operate as if what Trump is doing right now is normal, because it's not normal. In the short term, Democrats have to use their leverage to restore funding to vital programs that millions of Americans rely on, like Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. And in the long term, they've got to paint a bigger picture for the American people about the devastating realities of Trump's regime. This is an opportunity for Democrats to fight back, not capitulate. Please, if you agree, share this video.
Damn, man, he know what he talking about. Cause he almost 100 and something years old. Been there, done that. Got peanuts in his pocket. You take his word for it, son. Damn. Whatever he just got done saying, I'm just nodding my head in agreeance. Fucked up, man. Millions of federal workers go without pay. Essential workers, they still required to work, but they ain't getting paid. National parks. What they do at them national parks besides be smoking weed in the bushes all damn day? What they job description detail of? They just be out there hanging with them Carhartt's fatigues on. Do they mow the grass? Do they feed the animals? They just come around, make sure ain't nobody banging behind the trees. Soon as you pull your pants down, that's when them national park workers come out there. Make sure you ain't trying to steal the animals and shit. You look for them, you looking all over the park. They in the motherfucking tree smoking weed somewhere. I don't know what they do, but they need to get paid too. What about them school security guards? Especially the big fat ones. They still getting paid? What about them janitors that be mopping at the grocery stores? You look in the bucket, it look like he got mud in the damn bucket. He just swinging that shit. He mopped the bathroom first before he mopped the rest of the store. He's still getting paid. Because that may not be an essential worker. Social Security payments may slow down. So it's going to be people sitting waiting on their check. A week gone past, 2 weeks gone. That's because they don't want to give them people that money to begin with. So they saying that the reason why all this is happening is because the Democrats don't agree with all them bills and shit. They got to figure out a way to cut that Democrat-Republican shit out and meet somewhere in the middle. They don't need them gangs. They set tripping and shit in the same room, got tension in the room. Trump side throwing up their flag, they waving flags and shit all in the Congress Hall. Shit's silly. And I need to educate myself a little bit before we go forward, because I'm used to doing hip-hop little Boosie videos. I'm trying to educate myself all together. So let's do this, y'all. And we all need this. Especially the people that been watching my videos for years. I know y'all need to, we all need to catch up on this shit. Because my most famous video was about Lil Mama and the Laffy Taffy dance. So, yeah, that let me know a thing or two. Hold on, no. Okay, yeah, we could do this real quick. Democracy is often said to mean ruled by the people. An example of this is any system of government in which people vote their elected representatives into parliament. Shit, I thought George Biden was a Republican, how they was running it. Ain't he a Democrat? They shit was fucked up too. Some people like the way Trump do things better than how Biden did things. Why ain't nobody talking about that? A Republican, a form of government, constitution, etc., belonging to or characterized of the republic, a person advocating or supporting Republican government. Those who favor the continuance of the republic may very ever. Okay, what the fuck is it? I know I should have been paying attention in social studies, but god damn. I ain't Shane. Look. Republic, a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than the monarch. That's America, ain't it? Shit, don't we got a president? The whole shit is a republic. The Republic of America. That's exactly what's the point of having a Democrat? A republic is a form of government where power rests with the people who exercise it, either directly or through elected representatives. Oh, goddamn. Rather than through a hereditary monarch or dictator. Key characteristics include the public supreme power and the government being administered by persons elected for a limited term or during good behavior, often guided by a constitution or character that protects individual rights. Man, every president we had was a goddamn Republican. I'm confused about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shut up about it. Let's get back into this. Look.
That are told to come to work and still work. paid, and they will ultimately get back pay assuming the shutdown ends. Those are employees like TSA agents, air traffic controllers, people that do weather forecasting for the National Weather Service. And then other federal employees will be furloughed and told not to show up to work. That will start to happen today in Washington, D.C., OMB says. Those employees will start to get their marching orders as of today. But as the shutdown grinds on, if it lasts for a certain chunk of time, money will start to dry up in key federal programs like SNAP, which is the Nutrition Assistance Program for lower-income Americans, like WIC, which is nutrition assistance for mothers and infants, and the list goes on. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, that will still be processed, but you could also see delays there too the longer the shutdown rolls. It is a slow grinding, as I said, of the federal government to a halt that could be seriously detrimental for millions of Americans.
And if history is any indication, any predictions here as far as how long a shutdown could go on?
The longest shutdown in U.S. history was 35 days, Lindsay. That was in the first Trump administration. But right now, neither side is really close to a deal. As you heard earlier, Democrats are holding out. They want an extension of Obamacare tax credits. Republicans are accusing Democrats of holding a gun to the head, as the vice president said earlier, of the federal government to negotiate. Democrats have said, look, they want to negotiate with Republicans. Republicans have said, don't do that with the federal government in play. We'll negotiate at a later date. But it's really up to Democrats here. They feel right now that they have the political momentum to try to extract this concession on these Obamacare tax credits out of Republicans. They feel they have the political will, but the longer a shutdown grinds on, the question facing Democrats is how long will they be willing for this to last?
Do not pay your next car insurance.
From Capitol Hill, thanks so much, Jay. And not long before the shutdown, we caught up with New Jersey Senator Andy Kim. All right, let's just start here. Where do we go at this point?
Right now, it is inevitable that we're going to have a shutdown in 3 hours. That is an abdication of leadership. You know, that really falls upon President Trump, the leadership in the Senate and the House on the Republican side that control the gavel. So this is something where the American people are waking up, seeing the type of abdication of leadership and dereliction of duty. You know, I'm here at the Senate. We've been here all day. We've been trying to negotiate all week. But what I will say, who is not here are the people in the House of Representatives on the Republican side. Speaker Johnson sent them home, told them not to show up. So while those service members that you were just talking about, federal workers, are going to have to show up to work tomorrow and not get paid, these Republican members of Congress refuse to even show up to work and do their job. That is why we're here today.
You held a town hall tonight to talk with your constituents about the impacts of a shutdown. Tell us about that conversation.
Yeah, right after the votes that we had in the Senate, I did a telephone town hall to reach across all across New Jersey. We had over 6,000 people dial in to be able to listen to this. And what I heard from them was really powerful. People talking about, there's a woman named Lucinda who talked about the concerns that she has. She told me to hold the line because she cannot afford her health care. She would have to give it up if she's not able to continue to get the support for the ACA through the marketplace. I had a woman named Barbara who talked about the challenges that her families.
What about Quisha, nigga? That's what we want to hear about. Where Danetta? You ain't call her and check on her and her kids? He don't give a fuck. What about Tawanda? He don't give a fuck about her well-being. What about the people out there, 4 or 5 kids? And they ain't got no support. They about to be shutting down the daycare centers. What about the chick, her baby daddy just went to jail? He worried about Brenda and Barbara. Don't nobody give a fuck. What's going on in the world, man? It seems like don't nobody give a damn. All this extra spending these oxtails people be eating. Y'all need to cut that shit out. Talking about they candy apple oxtails. And that's the reason why they $50 a slice. Y'all need to cut this shit out, man. Y'all just gotta have it. Jay-Z and Beyonce gone. They don't care about your well. Y'all spent all that money to go to her concert. You think she gonna reach out and help? This is sickening. Hold on, y'all. Look.
facing, but she put it in that context, saying that this is a challenge that people are hearing and facing all across America right now. This is real. You know, this is something that cannot be looked at as just some partisan power struggle, as a tug of war between political parties trying to see who they blame. Real lives are at stake. Tomorrow and in the coming days, millions of Americans will realize that their health care is going to go through the roof. Many of them will see their prices double. About 4.5 million Americans will lose their health care. Over 20 million Americans.
Yeah, and that's why I'm jamming for Jamaica right now, man. Fucking ginger ale and ginger tea. Got them lemon slices on deck. Ain't coughed in a decade. Y'all better get them Dr. Sebi books. Where your sea moss at? Better get some black seed oil and quit playing. Grow some dreadlocks and be humble. But quit eating all that bullshit. Nigga on the way to the doctor's office with a bag of hot Takis in his lap. Talking about he got ulcers and shit. Y'all better cut that shit. Act right, everybody. That's all it takes. And quit worshiping these celebrities. Because I swear, they do not want to shake your hand unless they doing a promo or something like that. Get your ass out that damn drive-thru. Fast for a day or two. Invest in yogurt. But the health crisis ain't nothing but bullshit on the shelves. For rows and rows, every shelf is bullshit. It'd be like 25 shelves in the store, straight garbage. The produce section, that shit be in bags and packaged up. And it's high as hell. You think you're gonna get you a fruit bowl for the low? $20. But when you think about it, you get a bag of chips and a candy bar, that's gonna be the same amount as one of them fruit bowls, but people don't look at it like that because it's fresh fruit. That stuff in the produce section really not that expensive when you compare it to a jar of applesauce and so another item that's gonna run you $100. And they said that's about to be going up, y'all. It's gonna be even more expensive. So what people going? It's gonna be more people in that drive-thru. McDonald's got a deal too. Again, get you a Whopper. That Whopper gonna have you straight for the rest of the night. Get you a double Whopper with cheese, with the drink. And don't fuck around and get like a cream pie or something to go with that. You're going to be straight. You eat a fruit bowl, you're going to be hungry within the next hour. You burn that shit off just by going to the toilet. And that's the problem with the healthy food. You eat all that healthy shit, it's coming straight back out. It ain't going to sit. As soon as you eat it, that's when your stomach gonna be gurgling. You eat that Whopper with cheese, it might be a month before your stomach start activating. And when it do, you're gonna be praying to Jesus. You're gonna be considering getting some scissors to help get that shit out. Most people go to the doctor because they constipated. Let's be real. That's what the health crisis is all about. People constipated like a motherfucker because the shit they eating is not digesting. It can't digest because it ain't real food. Fucking eat a whole plastic dinner and don't even know it. And pouring plastic sauce on a plastic dinner. And when it ain't digesting, that's when people start having all these health problems. You got a 15-year-old cheeseburger lodged in your back, but they ain't gonna tell you that though. Your leg acting up, your head, you got headaches and shit. Your stomach ain't right. Your sides hurting. Got chest pains. That's because them French fries from 2002 is still in your damn neck. That's the problem, man. And you know, other countries, they use more natural ingredients in their foods. A lot of that shit be FDA approved, and they shouldn't even have approved it. And why it gotta be approved if it's supposed to be food? You figure common sense will let people know if it ain't edible, it ain't edible. But they figure if they approved it, they can sell it to you and make a profit, even though it's not meant to be eaten. But people still eat the shit. I'm starting to believe that there's parasites within the American people that got people acting the way they act and consuming what they consume. That goes from the music, the hair products, and everything else, man. It's them damn parasites that's running the damn show. People talking about an extraterrestrial takeover, when the aliens gonna come back. The aliens already in your gut, done made his way to your brain, all because of that damn salmon dinner you had last night. There's parasites running the show inside your body, fucking with your nerves, your emotions, your relationships, everything. You got a worm conducting your life. It's probably time you need to do a detox. Now they about to shut down the government because the American people is constipated. It ain't a constitution. This is a constipation. And Jay-Z and Beyonce gone, Lord, I just can't take it. Put up. It's together. Come on. Press play, nigga.
We'll have to pay extraordinary prices. This is a crisis of the Republicans making, and we have to do everything we can to solve it.
We spoke to a Republican senator from West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito, a few hours ago. We asked her if she was concerned about the cuts to the Affordable Care Act that Democrats are in part shutting down the government over. Let's take a listen to what she had to say.
Hey, listen, if you own a business...
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I'm absolutely concerned 60,000 West Virginians get a subsidy for their premium support. That doesn't expire until December 31st. That begins a new year of premium support in January. We have time to work on this issue. We've been talking about this issue with our Democrat counterparts, with the president. I think the president is very interested in seeing that we reach a solution here. And so I think that what you're going to see is some kind of compromise, but we have to keep the government open while we reach and have those negotiated talks on premium support.
If Republicans are willing to negotiate over this, well, why shut the government down now when the deadline of the ACA is December 31st?
Well, it's not December 31st, and that's the problem, is that is out of touch with what is actually happening. The fact is that the open enrollment begins on November 1st when it comes to people getting their health care, and a lot of families are going to be looking at the increased costs and saying, I can't afford that. I'm going to have to lower the type of coverage I get or get rid of it altogether, and have to make some really tough choices. They cannot wait till Thanksgiving or the end of the year to be able to get that clarity. This is a crisis right now, and we have to respond.
Why y'all feel like this all tie into the Charlie Kirk situation? Why am I getting that feeling? That this is a bigger scheme of things that's going on? Getting people emotions all riled up. Jimmy Kimmel canceled. People canceling their Disney just for Disney to jack the prices up on the people that decided to stay. Now they talking about the healthcare and all this shit about to be going up. People angry. Somebody getting away with a big bag right now. It's a scam. The Joker is running the show, man. And Batman is in cahoots with the rest of the Justice League. The people just don't stand a chance. Hold on, y'all. Look.
Onto it, and that is what I just fail to see, how my colleagues can be so callous in the face of so many challenges that Americans are facing for their loved ones or themselves to get care when they need it most.
Just how concerned are you about the fact that the White House is threatening not to just furlough workers, but to fire them?
Yeah, I mean, again, it just shows you just the extremism of what they've been doing. And they're threatening to fire federal workers. They have already fired hundreds of thousands of federal workers. Their budget that they're trying to ram through would fire hundreds of thousands of federal workers. It is an attack upon our government and, frankly, our Constitution in terms of how we're trying to engage. And I say that as someone who worked as a career federal public servant in the civil service. I worked under both Republicans and Democrats in the White House. These are the people that are helping our government, helping our American people get the services that they need. And again, the idea that these service members and our government employees are showing up to work every day, even though they're not getting paid, while Speaker Johnson has given the Republicans in the House of Representatives a free vacation while they are still getting paid, by the way. The president and the members of Congress get paid. I find that to be absurd. That's why I'm not taking pay as long as government is shut down. I'm going to stand with our federal workers and the American people to be able to help try to deliver the needs that so many of them are calling out for desperately.
New Jersey Senator Andy Kim, we thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now we're joined by Avery Harper, our political director here at ABC News. So, Avery, who are the federal workers expected to be furloughed or fired as a result of the shutdown?
Right, so anyone who is not considered essential, so those workers who are not protecting life or federal property can be furloughed or sent home without pay during a shutdown. So when you think about some of these federal agencies in places across the country, think about workers who are performing administrative tasks or research tasks or policy functions. Those are the kinds of folks who are going to be furloughed. Now, in shutdowns past, we did not see federal workers fired during a government shutdown, but we have seen the Trump administration dangle the threat of firings, and that, of course, comes on the heels of other firings of federal workers that we've seen since President Trump has taken office. So, of course, we are watching to see if that happens, and if it happens, if those firings can even pass legal muster.
Republicans, as we know.
Wait. Okay. Let me try to sort this out in my head to get a better understanding of why these people so insignificant. Is it because they got some AI that can come in and replace them and do their job better than they can? Is that what it is?
We're saying a shutdown could have been averted if Democrats simply supported a clean, continuing resolution, as they described it. But what kind of pressure are Democrats facing from their base to hold firm?
Right. I mean, there is polling that suggests that Democratic voters want to see their party fight harder against this administration. And let's be frank, in Washington, D.C., Democrats have very little power. And so this is a big, visible moment for them to try and force the Republican Party and the Trump administration's hand. And so they argue that this is really about the Affordable Care Act, about those subsidies, about Medicaid cuts, about health care access. Republicans, they say, need to come to the table and negotiate a deal on this. But it remains to be seen if Democratic voters or any Americans are going to side with them on this. This is a huge political gamble.
And so at this point, where does Congress go from here in the days, perhaps weeks ahead?
Well, those lawmakers are going to have to come to the table, come together and negotiate. But because tensions are so high, it's unclear if there's any sort of off-ramp here. It is remarkable because one of the core responsibilities of Congress is to fund the government. And tonight, both parties and lawmakers in both parties have shown that they are unable to do that.
And what role does President Trump play at this point?
I mean, it's no secret that the Republican Party is taking its cues from the president. So what he says or does in this moment could help this shutdown that is most certainly coming, help that come to a close, or it could extend it. We have seen the president sort of inflame tensions here. The question becomes, does he encourage Republicans to come to the table with Republicans to end this shutdown, or does he encourage them to hold the line on this?
ABC News political director Avery Harper, we thank you so much.
Wait. Okay, y'all. I'm so glad that we went over that. Now I got to do a little bit of investigation myself to get a better understanding of what's going on here. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, I need to know this real quick so I can see what the fuck is going on and why all of this is happening all at once before the New Year's. Seems like it's always some bullshit going on during the New Year's. Let's get into this real quick, y'all. What the fuck did he do? Joe Biden's legacy, 4 successes and 4 failures. Let's get into it. He managed the Rona. So when Trump left, people was all fucked up. When that Rona hit, he got the fuck out of office and left it on Biden's lap. He was supporting Ukraine. Affordable health care. It all depends on what you consider affordable. Free is affordable. Economic improvements. He let 2 billion immigrants come over in America, undocumented, and gave them free houses and cars. They was stunting on niggas. The whole Biden administration. That's what he did. And he did shit. The road, they was fixing a lot of shit. There's some stuff out there still fixed because of the illegal immigrants. They ain't had to pay taxes, they ain't had to do a goddamn thing but collect the money. I mean, I was at the grocery store, it'd be an old Mexican man with a wad of money, cash money in his hand, pull out a bankroll on your ass. I'm like, how the fuck did nigga get all his money? He still had on the same clothes from Tijuana with a bankroll. That's what Biden did. Not lowering inflation. So he ain't lowered, that shit was still high. Chaotic pulling out of Afghanistan. They make it seem like he was having sex with Afghanistan and pulled out prematurely or whatever the case. Tackling immigration. Okay, I gotta read this shit. Immigration has been a weight around the Biden administration's neck, despite attempts to push through a number of bills such as the U.S. Citizenship Act, which for various reasons Republicans have blocked. The administration has failed miserably in controlling illegal immigration. Biden's polling numbers on immigration have been in terminal decline, revealing a nation that lacked any confidence in its ability to solve the crisis. So the reason why American people ain't got no money is because all of the money went to illegal immigrants, man. Is that what it's all about? Is that why Americans in the struggle? Because all that money Americans could have been making, should have been making. But niggas ain't about to build no Chick-fil-A in a week. I ain't never seen it done. It's a Chick-fil-A down the street, still under construction. And every time I ride by, the fat man, all you see is his ass cracking his tool belt while he's sitting around looking at the rubble. If they had some illegal immigrants, that shit would have been up in a week. I seen them build a Del Taco in a week. They put a whole new roof on the house within the weekend. But you figure if Americans was getting money tax-free, they'll put some shit up in a week too so they could move on to the next house and get all that undocumented money. Is that what this is all about, man? Staying in election. Biden's refusal to withdraw from the presidential campaign looked desperate. Even when significant donors and Democrats refused to support him, he stayed in the race, but his performance in the presidential debate finally brought his ambitions for a second term in the office to an end. By not bowing out gracefully, his legacy has been tarnished, and those images of him struggling in the debate will last long in the memory. So yeah, he was looking bad up there. He was spitting all over the place. It looked pitiful. They wanted Slow Joe to take a bow and sit down. Trump was up there looking like he was 24 years old. I didn't say that, you said that. Someone get this man a dictionary. Is this who you want to be a president? He doesn't know his vowels from his synonyms. I didn't say that, you said that. No, you're a cunt. I never said that. Trump was, during that debate, he looked like he was a clean 24 years old next to Biden. We got more news we about to get into. I hope y'all ready, man, because if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. If you ain't able to get it, man, Gucci ain't selling like it used to be selling. Sexy Red, fuck that up. Fucking Cardi B pregnant ass. Big belly, big booty, areola shaking while she pregnant. It's disgusting, man. Men deciding to keep their money in their pocket. And what's the point in paying a hoe when niggas got Instagram babes and you can see her wop shake that ass for free and they posting on the regular? That's what's going on in this country. They said sex is the oldest profession, but this shit ain't professional no more. I meant to say prostitution is the oldest profession. That's back when it was professional. We live in some unprofessional times. People ain't paying for this bullshit. That probably fucked up the whole economy. When prostitution was professional and consensual, now you got people trafficking, doing all this weird shit, drugging people. They ain't even call for all that. Very unprofessional. You got too many sick deviants and perverts, motherfucker watching Pornhub all day, man. It ain't right. It ain't healthy. People don't know how to have a good time without throwing their whole life away. That's the problem. In order to have a good time, one night can cause you a lifetime of pain. You pop that pill, bitch, you gonna be messed up for the rest of your life. You go smoking behind somebody, drink. Look at Shawn Rock. Pregnant, drinking Incredible Hulks, and now her whole life fucked up. That's what's going on in the world today. People risking their lives just to have a good time, and I swear it ain't worth it. You better off being a hermit. Ain't no fun to be had, especially when your money funny. I don't understand why grown ass people want to have fun and have a good time when your finances fucked up. Now is not the time to play. The party is over. Quit trying to have a good time and sit your ass down and save some of that day. Every time you leave the house, you gotta spend money. It don't matter what you doing, where you going, money coming, sit your ass down. Now the government closed and people don't know what to do. If the government closed, that means close your legs. And for you men out there, zip it up. Chasing behind a chick. I ain't never got paid for chasing behind a chick. I ain't never got $100 bill along with some female's phone number. Y'all chasing behind chicks like it's a career or something like that. Y'all not a government shutdown. Niggas ain't even got the money to trick like that. And the athletes and the ballers, their future is not certain. That's why they doing they about to shut that NBA shit down. Don't nobody want to see them whack ass games with them light skin ass 3-points. Turn on the TV just to see a light skinned nigga shoot a 3-pointer. I'm sick of this shit, man. And the big black niggas on the team shooting 3-pointers too. It's disgusting. Football is still good though. To see a nigga running after, they chasing the ball, they pile all on each other, they growling. You see them big fat niggas trying to take each other, this nigga rip your nigga head off. That football gonna be around for a long ass time, man. See a nigga running for his motherfucking life with some big ass niggas chasing behind. When they catch that motherfucker, ain't no telling how they gonna slam him. They might pick that nigga up and drop him on his motherfucking head. And when he hit the ground and he fumbled the ball, it's gonna be 15 other big fat ass niggas to pile on top of his ass. And then some little skinny motherfucker gonna pick up the ball and run it all the way down the field. Football ain't never gonna go out of style. You see them hit a nigga so hard, his helmet pop off his head. And when he laid out on the stretcher, all the American people gonna be waving and singing the national anthem. But that's Negro here nor there. They need to start letting niggas tackle each other in basketball or let them fight. That's the only way the sport gonna continue. Let them fight. Basketball gotta be the softest sport in the world. Tackle a nigga for the rebound. Take the basketball and bounce it off their head like Shaquille O'Neal did Shaq back in the day. They gonna have to change the rules. And that's for everything out there. It's gonna have to be extreme entertainment from here on out. If it's not extreme, it's not gonna hold the interest of the public. Matter of fact, instead of having the cheerleaders for the halftime for basketball, have their baby mamas come out there and fight. Ratchet sells, man. But you know, I'm gonna show y'all something. This is the death of an era right here. Cause people let too much shit slide. Hold on, look. Excuse me. We gotta talk about this real quick. And it's only for a second, cause I know we talking about politics and things like that, but this is important. People need to see what's going on here. And let me type this in, cause I know this ratchet ass site got it up there. Look. Look, we only gonna do this for a little while. Look. Cardi B said, "Don't you dare say my daughter's name, Nicki." Online. Mind you, these women, they aunties. They got kids. Cardi B face plastic. She spent all that money to look like Nicki Minaj, so she could so they could share a fan base. She got the butt done, the breast, she got her face, she got her nose. She did everything in her power to be in Nicki Minaj's spotlight so they could share a fan base. Nicki Minaj is Ryu and Cardi B is Ken. They going back and forth. This is sad, man. This is the reason why people losing their jobs. Said, is I'm the Barney B and the flock? Is I'm lying about fertility when the queen has never once seen or spoken to a fertility doctor in her life? Is I'm the one sleeping with Trey while hubby fucking sweetie and taking my big gooey hole for alimony? Is I'm going to be sued by the queen show her medical records to the courts? Oh, Rock Bottom Nation, we win again. Desire, I have your medical records too. The lawyer said we gonna have Barney B homeless within 36 months. Praise God, lucky we eating cake right now. That's what Nicki Minaj had to say about Cardi B, y'all. And it gets worse. It gets worse. Nicki Minaj turned into the biggest troll on social media with this shit. Barney B, I know you don't know this, but some women plan their pregnancy, you dirty Heineken pussy thought. We don't let niggas F us while we pregnant for the next trade. Who got 4 other people pregnant? You see, the devil has come to collect. You sold your soul. You made a bet, but you lost. Now hear this. You have been neutralized in the mighty name of Jesus. Every word you speak on me or mine will now curse your enablers more than your dizzy brain could ever fathom. I was pregnant for my first love, got married. The next year got pregnant for my soulmate on purpose. You see, Barney, we planned it. Your medical records in a strip club to now look embarrassing and your father, well, anyway, You are about to shrivel up and die inside. You call black women monkeys and roaches. Now one day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches. Anyway, I used double protection in every relationship until I was married. See the difference between you and me, Barney B? That's what Nicki Minaj had to say about Cardi B, y'all. She said her big, pregnant, stinking ass looking like Barney. Album flop, coochie flop. Never wanna fight. Outranking your own gang. Shut the fuck up and fight. Sympathy, baby, couldn't pull 28K. Said, culture, vulture, you ugly too. Hold on, wait, is she talking about her daughter like that? God damn. She said Nicki Minaj's daughter, Cardi B's daughter is ugly. That's cold-blooded. That's what's wrong with America, man. These thoughts acting like WWE wrestlers. You got Nicki Minaj online acting like Macho Man Randy Savage. And here come Cardi B ripping off her shirt like she Hulk Hogan or somebody. That's what's wrong with America. The entertainment is booty. And all these black entertainers is trash. That's what's wrong with the world. They talking about people churn. Hold on, man. They talking about people churn. I don't know who photoshopped that mustache, but that's dead ass. Why they doing? They shouldn't be playing about people's kids, man. She called her Barney. Look at her face. She called her Barney B. Whole face play. Ooh, man, I ain't about to be talking about Cardi B, man. This ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just trying to let y'all know that hip hop culture is the reason why America is in this situation, because people allowed for a get money president to run the country. Trump is a rap song that you've been listening to for the past 50 years. I ain't never ran from Republicans and I ain't about to pick a day to start running. Get money. I ain't never ran from a Democrat and now I ain't about to pick a day to start running. Y'all gotta see this, man, because it only get worse. Look at this.
Is at this hour inching toward a partial shutdown as Congress has so far failed to pass a spending bill. Congressional leaders met with President Trump yesterday. They tried to hash out a deal, didn't work. Now we're tracking what a shutdown could mean for the U.S. economy. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joining us live now to have that conversation from New York. So what's at stake here for the American taxpayer if the government shuts down, Kelly?
So, Reed, I like to think of this in three different buckets: what it means for the consumer, what it means for a federal worker, and then what it means for the economy at large. So let's start with the consumer. I think there's a lot of questions about, am I still going to receive my Social Security check, my Medicare benefits? I want to allay those fears. Those programs are funded by congressional funding that has already been approved. It has nothing to do with what both sides are arguing over right now. So you will still receive those types of programs. That being said, things that require access to government agencies, maybe you're applying for a passport or a national flood insurance, those things are going to be impacted. So I would say exercise a little bit of patience there. When it comes to the federal worker, you have essential and then non-essential. Now, essential are folks like your TSA agents. Of course, they are going to have to continue working through the shutdown because they are considered essential to national security. And then you're going to have folks like maybe in the parks that are considered non-essential. Both of those sets of people will get back pay, but the reason why I bring up when it comes to an impact, I mean, just because someone's going to receive back pay, that doesn't help them when they have to pay rent, when they have to pay a credit card bill. Right. And we have heard from countless federal workers that they might be having to dip into savings. And of course, that creates a lot of ramifications from their own financial picture that could be long lasting. And then finally, the economy. On average, EY Parthenon, they came up with an estimate. The U.S. economy would lose $7 billion per week, every week that the government is shut down. That equates to roughly 0.1% of GDP. So when you put it into that context, it's not a ton when it comes to the U.S. economy. And I will mention that once things reopen, you really do see things bounce back pretty quickly there.
We have got to the point where
man. That's what's going on with it, man. We gonna have to figure out a way to get past this. You know, all the people working at the national parks out there, I don't know what they do. Fuck it, man. I need to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta educate myself. What do national park guards do? What do they do? No, not National Guard. National Park. Hold on, park. Employee. What they do? Let's get this, man. The National Park Service preserves the natural and cultural resources of the U.S. National Park System for the enjoyments and inspiration of current and future generations, and it provides opportunities for recreation and education. Is this some type of 5% organization or something? This sound like some of the gods in the earth be talking about. This is one of them Hotep movements. Preserves the natural and cultural resources of the National Park System for the enjoyment and inspirations of current future generations. It provides opportunities for recreation and education. The the NPS manages over 400 national parks and sites, works with partners to conserve resources globally, restores ecosystems, manage visitor infrastructure, and addresses climate change to protect these treasured places. So they sit around there making sure nothing new happen. Like just here keeping it old fashioned, baby. They dressed up like it's 1752. Like, nope, don't bring that cell phone. Nope, keep it old fashioned, baby. Bring a typewriter next time you come, okay, sweetie? They just there to keep it funky. That's what it sounds like, man. I could be wrong. Key functions and activities. Conservation and preservation, my brother. The NPS protects the land, wildlife, and historic sites within the National Park System. Recreation. They offer a variety of outdoor recreational activities such as hiking, camping, and fishing, tailored to the specific resources of each park. Education through interest talks, ranger programs and events that NPS provides educational opportunities about the natural world and America's history. So do they do this all year round? They just out there preaching and teaching about the land? Are they chiefs? Are they Native Americans? What the fuck? What is it that they do? Trump don't feel like they need to be getting paid. That's fucked up, man. Hold on, look.
The president, as Aaron just punctuated just a second ago live right here on CBS News 24/7, seemed to think that is exactly where we're headed. Kelly, I also want to ask you about the indirect impacts. What are you watching for, say, in the stock market?
Yes. So, of course, we've talked about investor confidence. Whenever there are questions, whether it be inflation, the job market, something to do with uncertainty, you often see that reflected in the market. Specifically with the shutdown, it could lead to less confidence by investors and consumers in the U.S. government. But historically, I went back, and I checked the data. the stock market always bounces back. And in fact, if you look most often after a government shutdown a year later, it is quite higher across the major indexes. The other thing that I'm looking for, which could have an ultimate impact on the stock market down the line when it comes to interest rates, the economic data that the government puts out. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they are going to put out the jobs report on Friday, but they have already said if there is a shutdown and it continues through Friday, they will not be releasing that data. Why does that matter other than what else am I doing on Friday, Reed, instead of talking to you about the jobs report? It matters because the Federal Reserve looks at that data at its next interest rate decision. And there is a possibility if they don't have that data, they might be more cautious or they...
Oh, shit. Box of cereal about to be $15 plus tax. That's what's about to be happening. No more bacon with your breakfast. You might not even have no eggs. Grits and powdered cheese. That's what it's looking like, man. Sunny Delight about to be making a comeback. That Sunny D gonna be in your cup for your breakfast. Orange juice gonna be $30 a damn bottle. That's what's about to be going on out here, y'all. Put your baby on the toilet. Ain't got no time. Ain't no toilet paper. Ain't no goddamn diapers, yo. Leave the baby on the toilet. Your dog, you ain't gonna be able to afford to take care of his ass, man. You're gonna have to get rid of your dog. It's gonna be people dropping their dogs off at the national parks and leaving. Dog food, $15 a can. Them damn cats whining, crying, waiting for that cat food. They better learn how to eat some grits with powdered cheese. The goldfish gonna have to go to the cat. If you got a ferret, save his ass for Taco Tuesday. People ain't gonna be able to afford no pets. How the fuck you gonna feed an animal and you can't even feed your kids? It's about to get crazy. All that vegan food, y'all gonna have to go back to eating meat. Paying $50 for some fake chicken. Bitch. You're better off eating the real deal. That veganism shit gonna be a thing of the past. What you mean you don't eat pork? Why not? It's food. Your ass ain't ate pork in 30 years, but by this weekend, your ass gonna eat a whole hog, including the feet. That's how bad it's about to be. Y'all need to get ready. The only thing you gonna be able to do for yourself is clean your sneakers. Gonna have to skip that movie date. Ain't nobody going to Applebee's. The date you had set up for this weekend, homie gonna cancel. The only thing you gonna be able to do is clean your sneakers. Get the toothbrush out and wash your shoes. You ain't gonna be able to afford to get no new ones. And for the people out there that feel like they got money in the bank, oh, they sitting on a couple of racks, they gonna be all right. They still gonna eat oxtails. They still gonna go to the club. They still gonna pop bottles. When you wake up next Monday morning and all you got to show for yourself is receipts, because everything's so damn high, the only thing you gonna be able to do to pass your time and make you feel good about yourself is clean your goddamn sneakers. They about to be shutting the government down. It's gonna be, and they gonna do the purge. People gonna have them Halloween masks on and we ain't nowhere near the 31st. It's about to be so bad, people gonna be canceling their Tubi and that shit free. And Jay-Z and Beyonce done left the country. Lord, we can't depend on our black celebrities. The only black leader we got is Charleston White. And before him, it was Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh man, I've been stressing about this all morning. You know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing else. We just gonna get back into this.
They could even delay that decision, and that would ultimately have an impact on the market's rate.
That data, a very important measuring stick for them to decide how far off we are from those interest rates being lowered. Kelly O'Grady, thank you so much.
I want to bring in Kristen Bringle. She is the Senior Vice President of Government Affairs at the National Parks Conservation Association. Ma'am, thanks for waiting while we wrapped up the president's speech there to those senior commanders. I know you've been on the docket for a while now. So let me just ask you, if the government does shut down, how would that impact national parks?
Essentially, national parks would not have any staff to run them. It would be essential staff only. And last time around during the shutdown, we saw a lot of vandalism, damage to parks, poaching of wildlife. And so we're really concerned about the effects of the shutdown on our national parks.
And during the 2018-2019 shutdown, the Trump administration did keep national parks accessible to the public without staff. Could that happen again? And what does that look like? And how difficult does it make it for the staff when inevitably the shutdown is over to come back to their jobs when people have been sort of going through those parks without any guidance from them?
They get you in the door with a...
Hold on, y'all. I got this. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Yeah, the main reason that we have our national parks is because we love these resources. We love these places that we go to visit, whether it's, the Arches in Arches National Park or waterfalls in Yosemite. And so people want these places well protected. What we saw last time was off-road vehicle damage throughout parks, vandalism, graffiti. Some buildings were broken into last time around. And so when you don't have enough staff to manage these national park units and you're still making them accessible to the public, damage can happen. And one of the most horrific things that happened last time around was someone chopped down part of a Joshua tree for firewood. And so when you don't have rangers...
What about them bums sleeping on the damn highway, man? You worry about the national... I get it and everything, but goddamn, they more concerned about a reindeer than they is about people not being able to pay their mortgage. I know these types of things are important and everything, but they getting all sympathetic about a grizzly bear. That motherfucker gonna survive. What about the people? I'm so confused over all this. What the national park people got to do with the whole U.S. government? Let them people work. Why they want to pick on them? Like they a major, like the American people who live, eat, breathe, and shit off the national parks. They should be the last people worried about a pay cut. Ain't nobody think about their ass. Unless you live in the national park, and I don't think nobody lived there. And if they do, they surviving. Especially if you can live in the national park. You got deer meat, a rabbit, a coon. Why they messing with them people, man? They need to put a spotlight on all them other people out there that do other shit. They want to put a spotlight on the people at the national park. They gonna be all right. I got a pickup truck and some fatigues and a shotgun. That nigga gonna eat. Man, I'm confused about all this shit, man. Put a reservation of black people on the national park and see how that shit go down. Niggas gonna figure it out. There's been reports of a Gucci store in the national parks of the United States of America. No one knows who constructed it, or there's also a Louis Vuitton. Turn that motherfucker into Wakanda. They see a spaceship, motherfucking flying saucer come out that national park. Leave niggas alone for 2 months somewhere and see what happened. It's gonna be Black Wall Street all over again in the damn national park. Niggas selling lamb skins, snake skins and shit. They're gonna be rivaling with Prada and Louis Vuitton. It's gonna be a bunch of Dapper Dans out there in the fucking forest. Leave niggas alone for two months anywhere and see what happened. It's gonna be technological advancements. But that's Negro here, no there, man. I know there's people out there concerned about their livelihood and stuff, but if your ass was broke before, this ain't nothing new. Whether the government shut down, up or running, people gonna figure this shit out, man. Do they still got labor ready? I don't even want to know. And for the people out there that's blessed and you ain't worried about it, now is the perfect time to count your blessings. It's gonna mean that much more. And for the people that may be impacted but not worried about it because you got your ducks in a row, you've been saving, you've been doing the right thing, now's the time to count all of your blessings, man. Everybody that got a plan B or you ain't worried about this shit, man, get down on your knees and thank God and count your blessings. And for the people out there that is impacted, now is the time to get your prey on. This is the perfect time for people to get connected with God. Because at the end of the day, that's the only real person or government or whatever you want to call it that got your best interests at heart. A lot of people, wives leaving them, husbands leaving them, a lot of people losing their relationships. The person that you loved, adored, and admired decided they want to go the other way. Well, guess what? God ain't do that. God's still there for you, man. That's where you need to be focusing your attention. I know I'm grateful, especially for all my subscribers and the people that hit the like button, the people watching the video, man. I'm forever grateful for all y'all, for YouTube, Google, America, Social Security, national parks, the indentured workers, the service people, the essential workers. Grateful for all y'all, man. And now is the time to start leaving people tips. If you go to the airport and one of them essential workers greet you with a smile on their face and they still doing their job and they got their head up high and still making sure the shit working, hit them with a tip. Ask them if they got a cash app real quick. Let me put a little something in. Next time you go to the airport, take a little money with you to give to the essential workers. Because them some good people that got to deal with all them damn people at the airport and still keep they cool. I remember the last time I went to New York, I was in the airport. I hope I don't get the dude fired or nothing. But I was in the airport and I was waiting for my plane. But on my way to the area where you wait for the plane or whatever, it was a subway, I was thirsty. I went over there. I was like, yo, let me get a Gatorade. The dude popped the cooler open, handed me the Gatorade and said, okay, you good. And went back to I don't know what he was doing back there. But it sounded like somebody was moaning in the back of the cell. I don't know if that was the case. But the moral of the story is he gave me the Gatorade and didn't he? I ain't have to pay for it. He was busy in the back. And looking back at that, man, if I could have left him a tip, he probably was giving somebody a tip while I'm worried about giving him a tip. There's good people that work at the airport. The next time you go, lead them a little bit of change or something. Because it's getting bad. Man, let me get off this national park shit. We gonna move on. Y'all listening? Okay, here we go.
Breaking news, the federal government barreling toward a shutdown set for midnight. Both parties blaming the other. President Trump tonight threatening to fire federal workers and to cut programs and benefits, saying he can do things that are irreversible. Tonight, Democrats say they want Medicaid cuts restored and to keep health insurance premiums from going up for millions. And Democrats say Republicans would rather shut the government down than protect the health care of the American people. Both sides tonight digging in with this shutdown now hours away, affecting millions of Americans. Rachel Scott leading us off.
Tonight, with the government set to shut down at the stroke of midnight, President Trump now threatening to fire, quote, a lot of federal workers if Democrats don't back down.
We'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected.
But Democrats holding firm, demanding that Republicans reverse cuts to Medicaid and extend expiring Obamacare subsidies to prevent insurance premiums from rising for some 20 million Americans.
They'd rather shut the government down than protect the health care of the American people. That's unfathomable.
Man, that shit already high, man. This shit, people can't even afford the damn health care. What they talking about? They rather hold people pockets hostage so they won't hold the people pockets hostage. There's people out there struggling now trying to pay for them pills. They trying to protect high prices and shit. Now they gotta shut the government. They playing the tug of war with the people's money. Protect, motherfuckers ain't even got no health care. People out there work a full-time job, still ain't got no health care. You gotta wait until you put 50K into the damn shit in order to get the benefits. You've been paying on them benefits for the past 10 years. They still told you ain't got enough money. You finally gotta go to the damn doctor. And you say, hey, I got health insurance. I've been paying on this. I've been working my job for 5 years. Oh, well, you know, you've been paying into the health care, but now you ain't pay enough for the shit to actually do anything for you. What part of the game is that? And I'm pretty sure it's work. And I ain't trying to go against what the Democrats and Republicans got going on. I don't represent the Democrat or the Republican Party. I represent the gangster party. I'm hoping they figure this out. Like I said, get your ass some ginger and get a big case of Canada Dry. Get some chicken broth or some veggie. Get some broth in your house, man. And turn the AC down. Sweat that shit out. Be holistic, man. Meditate. Do some yoga. And stay your ass out them streets. If she, man, look, leave them hoes alone. And if you a hoe, you might want to reconsider. If your kids ain't shit, take their iPads. It's really that simple, man. Life ain't gotta be that damn hard. If you think your kid a nut and that motherfucker can't act right, take his iPad. Make that little nigga read a book. I swear kids be demons. Your kid came here to ruin your life. You just don't know it yet. Or maybe you do. People out here blacking out. There's people out here losing their minds, man. The shit not adding up. Got too many Nicki Minaj and Cardi B fans out here. They entrusted their brain cells with Nicki Minaj. Now they all fucked up in the game. Niggas got inspirations to be a real nigga like Boosie. Headed to jail. That nigga said, my homie just dick down and said it. What the hell is this? That's how, it be 20 dudes on one dude, man. You get caught slipping in that shower, they ain't gonna stop. The guard gonna be laughing. The guard gonna ejaculate on himself before he pull them dudes off of you, man. 20 niggas to one. They all taking turns. Dapping each other up. While your booty bruised, they gonna have to put you in the emergency room, man. Booty blasted. In the shower. It's gonna be bad. All because you wanted to be a Boosie Badass fan. His ass already bad. People looking for rappers to be role models. I don't think T.I. ever did a day in jail. And if he did, they had him in a holding cell. Beyonce fans out here spending all their money on Wrangler jeans and cowboy boots. Now they done shut down the government. You ain't gonna be able to eat that hat. I'm sick of it, man. When people gonna wake up? They need to bring Kool-Aid back. That's what they need to do. Put some new flavors of Kool-Aid, put that shit on the shelves, and people need to buy them packs. Mango strawberry Kool-Aid. Where that's at? Fucking kiwi juicy delight tapioca Kool-Aid. Bring that shit. Where that shit at, man? People need better survival tactics. How come people not eating corned beef hash? Why that got played out? They need to bring that back. Hold on, y'all. They need some more survival tactics in the world, man. This shit ain't adding up. Well, get the fuck $2 for some Kool-Aid? Oh, they got the game fucked up. Wait a minute. Them jammers had your ass listening to 2 Live Crew all fucking night with that damn Kool-Aid. Be popping coochie till the damn government shut down tonight. Them Kool-Aid jammers. How you doing the Tootsie Roll all night, drinking that shit? You come home, your mom in there drinking that Kool-Aid, listening to Tone Loc. Wait a minute, man. I'm scared of this shit. $9. $9 for some Kool-Aid, bitch. You better off getting some orange juice. They can't be serious with this. $9. For some motherfucking Kool-Aid. $29 for some for 50 Kool-Aid packs, bitch. They need to shut this man page down. Wait a minute. Them old ass, them shit's old. This must be for nostalgia. They treating Kool-Aid packs like they baseball cards. $29 for some, man. I don't know what America gonna do. People ain't got no survival. Well, how much is the noodles? Y'all, hold on, y'all. Ramen, noodles. See, that's what y'all need. That's it right there. Dinner is served. How much? 29 cents? That's the cheapest shit in Target. The Manchurian candidate chicken ramen noodles. You eat that shit, you gonna be under instant mind control. The Manchurian mandated chicken noodles. Wasn't that what they was doing in the movie? Here, go to the grocery store, get some ramen noodles with a can of tomato sauce, and he was the Manchurian candidate. I ain't lying. Y'all ever seen the movie? Oh, hold on, man. Manchurian candidate movie noodles. That nigga Denzel was in the grocery store. Look, I told y'all, man. In the movie, eat them goddamn noodles. And he was insane, and the mother had him under MK Ultra. Y'all eat that shit if y'all want to. They gonna be doing clone Tyrone, doing government experiments with your ass. I knew it, man. Dude, don't eat that shit. All them college kids. You gotta be a nut to pay them damn student loan. God damn. You be insane, and that's why them people be crazy like that. Niggas fighting for no goddamn reason, eating them damn noodles. Like, hey, bro, hey, bro, hey. As soon as you hear somebody talking like that, they just got done blowing on them noodles. Whenever you come across a complete stranger and he talking to you like he a little scrappy, hey, bro, hey. Nigga not even in Atlanta. Because of the ramen noodles, baby. I know what I'm going to do. I'm about to go to the store and make me a gumbo. That's what I'm eating, gumbo all week, all weekend. I'm going to put everything in the damn pot. Everything that's on sale. All the shit that's discounted with the yellow stick on it. I'm going to get it and put it in the pot. All weekend, man. I don't give a fuck what it is. Gonna have chocolate in the pot. But them Skittles discount, put the Skittles in the goddamn pot. Old bag of spinach got the mold spores all on the package. Put that in the damn pot. $59 a pack. 50 cents a pack. I'm buying BOGO. Buy one, get one free. Put that in the pot. Pot gonna be so big, the kitchen gonna flood. You gonna flood it out the kitchen with the gumbo pot. Shit start leaking towards the bathroom. When the National Guard come crack the door down, all you gonna see is noodles and hot dogs and shit flying out the door with that hot water. That's what I'm about to make a gumbo. For the government shutdown, man. The government shutdown gumbo. Put a bag of Lay's potato chips in the pot. Hey, y'all gonna have to figure it out and learn how to survive again. Y'all act like y'all too good. Y'all done got bougie. Trying to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's what's wrong with the world. People too watching all that shit on TikTok. People making triple cheeseburgers and shit. You better make one burger. A smash burger. You better make that shit as fluffy as you possibly can make it. A fluff burger. The bigger the better. Nigga, take a cheeseburger and smash it to nothing. You gotta eat about 5 of them shits. Don't smash my burger. Just leave my shit regular. Y'all don't mess around and got bougie. Gotta have chicken wings with a steak sandwich on the side with some macaroni and cheese with some fries on the side of that. Nigga, eat the sandwich and save the wings for tomorrow. Y'all doing too much. The slutty vegan charging people to get slutted out. You got wholesome Christians and shit going into her restaurant. They talking about welcome slut. There's women out there been married for 30 plus years, ain't never cheated on their husband. Go to get a vegan sandwich, next thing you know, she done got slutted out, her and her kids, for $50 a burger. Y'all done got bougie. That's why the government shutting down. The American people need a spanking. Ain't no way to live frugal. It's impossible. The only way you gonna be frugal is if you a Manchurian candidate with them damn noodles. The price of living is too high because the culture is too damn expensive. I'm getting a pickup truck. Fuck your goddamn Benz. I don't want none of that. I don't want no designer. I don't need no foreign car. All I need is a pickup truck, baby. Cause that's the only way you gonna survive America. Haul some furniture and some dirt on the side. Y'all gonna have to quit trying to be flashy. Cause you too broke to do it. That's where we at. Let me do this. I'm gonna figure this shit out tonight, man. It's time to cross over to the other side. Beyonce already told y'all to go out there and buy some cowboy boots. You need to get a pickup truck too. Do some shit on the side. Put a whole bunch of hoes in the back and take them to the club with the pickup truck. Help the police out. Get all them niggas off the street. Put them in the back of the pickup truck and take them down to the police station. Put some old people in the back of the truck and take them to their doctor's appointments. You can make some money with this shit, man. Y'all be in them damn coupes. Can't even put the kids in the back seat. Trying to be fly. All y'all nurses with them damn Nissan Sentras back and forth to the damn mechanic. They know who buying them damn cars. You at the mechanic twice a month messing with that damn Nissan. Get a pickup truck. And pick everybody up in that bitch. And charge them a fee. Do DoorDash and put all their dinners in the back of the truck. What's that shit? Do Instacart. At 52 loads, put everybody's shit in the back of the truck. That's what I'm doing. It's time to be frugal. And while you at it, when you go get some gas, get some chewing tobacco to go with your damn pickup truck. And if you zesty, get the pink chewing tobacco to go with your pickup truck. You're gonna be spitting bubblicious and making money at the same time. But that's Negro hitting on that, man. I hope y'all enjoying the show. It's always something going on in the government, but that's what people ask for. All the people that went out and voted for Trump. Hey, y'all need to be happy. Either you on the short end of the stick or whatever the case is, you might as well take it up the ass and celebrate. I mean, you get what you asked for. I don't see nothing wrong with what Trump got going. I don't recall none of them presidents doing the right thing. Ain't like we was in heaven when Obama was the damn president. The coolest president, let me show y'all the coolest president, man. Y'all gonna hate my guts for this, but I'm gonna show y'all the coolest president in my lifetime. We had a don't start none, won't be none president. You knew he wasn't no damn punk, man. But Bush would ask somebody, blow your shit up. Wasn't nobody fucking with Bush like that, man. How dare you? People wouldn't come out their mouth and disrespect Bush like that. He was a not fucking around ass president. You could look at him and tell he was with the shits. Like, y'all just, wasn't nobody fucking with his campaign. He was the beat your ass president. He was the real principal, not the substitute. All them other niggas, they substitutes, man. They need to put, if they put him back in office, they gonna act right. They not gonna fuck with Bush. You be getting ready to say something bad about Bush and change the subject. Like, nah, I'm gonna leave that nigga alone. They need to put him back in office. The Democrats and the Republicans are gonna act right. But that's Negro here, no there, man. The real principle, we been, all these niggas been substitutes. Get Biden, Obama, Trump. Like, when they gonna put a real president back in office? Got TV personality. It's gonna be a radio personality next. Hold on, y'all. I guarantee you, he gonna be the next president of the United States, man. President-elect Ricky Smiley. He gonna be prank calling China and doing all that stupid shit. Gonna have a radio personality in office. This nigga gonna be the next president of the United States of America. It's a possibility. We don't see it all. I bet old people just fed up with the world. Old people show you their album collection. You get the wrong assumption and call them gay, they gonna have a fit. Like, there's nothing gay about Elton John's music. Yes, I was a Prince fan. I was a fan of Prince. That does not mean I'm LGBTQ. You will hurt an old man feelings going through his record collection. They got Little Richard all in the damn records. Got a Morris Day and the Time records and shit. Old people don't know how to feel. Like, since when wearing silk became gay? I've been wearing silk ever since the 70s. There's nothing wrong with the way my pants fit me. They got on bell bottoms with a dump in 2025. Old people don't know how to feel. Now people looking at their grandmamas with the side eye like, how the fuck you had 20 kids and you got 15 baby daddies, grandma? You wouldn't dare think she was a thought back in the day. Now old people integrity getting called into question. Like, wait, my big daddy is George, her big daddy is Tommy, and her big daddy is Craig, grandma. Grandma, how come my uncle is James, but James' father is George, and George is James's brother? It's a damn shame, man. I feel bad for old people. I think old people need to be working in customer service. Because they ain't got that much time left to give a damn. If you need your money back, what the fuck? They ain't gonna be able to hold on to their money. They ain't worried about holding on to your money. Them refunds gonna be easy as shit. Like, you lost your package in the mail, no problem, we'll send another one. Life's too short. What the fuck going on with FedEx? FedEx is like a basketball team that's trying to tank. They doing everything in their power so their company could flop. They'll send your package to the house next door, have you fighting with your neighbor because they don't want to give you your shit back, fucking with FedEx. You ride around looking for the house that they sent the picture, that they sent your package. They got people doing drill missions. You got to put the AK in the trunk just to go get your package. Damn, I'm about to have to. As soon as you get that email, that's when you know you got to do a damn drill mission. Like, I'm getting my shit back tonight. FedEx got you living like you in Chicago. Like, niggas got my shit, I don't play by my shit. Your ass show up, you got on a ski mask and some black gloves asking about your package.
Nigga creeping through your bushes like Rambo just to get their package back. But that's Negro here nor there, man. I don't know what the world coming to, but they about to shut the government down tonight.
Let's vote. On this vote, the ayes are 47, the nays are 53. The 60-vote threshold having not been achieved, the bill upon reconsideration is not passed.
In a few minutes, the Senate is going to vote on the Republican partisan status quo bill. It's a partisan status quo bill. The Republican CR was the wrong option for America a week ago. It remains the wrong option today because it does nothing, absolutely nothing, to solve the biggest health care crisis in America. As we speak, tens of millions of Americans are getting letters in the mail informing them that their health care premiums are about to shoot up by an average of 114%. For a working-class family that needs health care, this is a huge increase. It's going to dramatically hurt them. And our Republican colleagues want to do nothing about it. 4 million people are about to lose coverage. 24 million people will see their health care costs go up. And even if you don't have ACA, the insurers are going to raise rates on you because they're getting so much less money because of all the cuts my colleagues made. This is a crisis. Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says...
Man, they pull this shit around Christmas time every year, man. It never fails. Always something for the holidays. Right before the holidays start rolling in, they hit motherfuckers in their pockets so they could have a good holiday season. During the summer, ain't none of this shit happen, man. The 4th of July, they figure, hell, let them buy hot dogs and hamburgers and hot dog buns and shit. That's cheap. You want to see some fireworks? You ain't got to pay to go see the fireworks. Just pull up and get a free show. A cheap, easy holiday on your own expense. You ain't got to do nothing, man. If you want to eat out or sit this one out, they ain't really forcing you to celebrate the 4th. Juneteenth, that's on you. But these other holidays, you gonna have to come out. Everybody coming out the pocket, man. Halloween candy sales gonna be through the roof. Costumes, people want to celebrate this shit. Hit you in the pockets right before the holidays roll around. To make the struggle real. So when the new year start, you gotta start from square one. By the time 2026 get here, your ass still in the rat race. You not getting no head start. And you figure now's the time where people get real serious about that head start. October the 1st? Like shit, we only got 3 more months. Let me go ahead, act right, and get a head start. So next year, I ain't got to start off in the damn struggle. Every time. So shout out to my people that been planning ahead. Shout out to people that got 1,000 cases of water in their basement, just in case of apocalypse or something. Shout out to the people out there that got an underground bunker or shed or some shit. Got years and years of supplies worth of toilet paper around there, hand sanitizer, food. You gotta plan it. I'm about to go to the store right now. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to take a shower, get dressed, and I'm gonna get all that stuff for that gumbo I was talking about, man. I need all y'all to do me a favor. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what y'all think about this. For all the people watching the video, hit that like button for me, please. And for the people leaving comments in the side chat, I really do appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to say what's up or do something in the comment section below. Leave a comment down there too. And let me know what y'all think about all this. Let me know if you prepared for what's about to be happening. Are you prepared for the future? You never know what's going to happen. Are you prepared? Let me know that.
Got so much love for y'all. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all day. I'ma holler at y'all soon. And get money.